What's good with my brethrens, my sisterins? Today, I will be doing a Q&A. I haven't done one of these in maybe a year or two, which if we go back to my last Q&A, looked completely different. Pretty sure I wasn't even in this crib. But I wanted to do another one because every time I do a Q&A, it feels like I'm starting a new arc, a new era, or updating the people that watch me on how my life is now. Because a year or two, that's complete different time, movement, change. And somebody can change a lot in a year. Whether if you're new, recurring, hope you get some good intel from me throughout this video. I posted on my story, yo, ask me questions for a Q&A. We're going to go through them all now. And yes, I'm gonna go through every question. I'm not gonna skip none. I'm gonna answer honestly. Don't ask nothing crazy, bro. Question number 1, all-time grill. I don't even really have an all-time grill, to be honest. My most recent grill that I got was the CDGs. At a certain period of time, I wanted these so bad. I got them, I think the day of my birthday. I was in Canada with my mom. But my mom said she was gonna go have for me. I got them from eBay. I'm gonna be real, eBay low-key is a spot to get all like the low-key grills on an affordable side, because originally, the highest in those shoes, bro, over a band, or at least I might be gassed, maybe like 600, 700. But I went on eBay and found a dude that was selling them for a good price. I think it was like 400 or so. I think I betted them down just a little bit, maybe. But I was like, yo, fuck it, it's my birthday. Mom said she gonna go have with me, and I bought them. Those was my most recent grills. But all time, I'm gonna be honest, bro, I really do want some Stussy Timberland boots, the black and green ones. I feel like those are sweet, but I don't even really look at those as a grill. I feel like an all-time grill has to be something that's OD expensive, and I don't know why. But I'd for sure have to go with the Stussy Timberlands. That's probably one of my current grill that I probably, not to say won't get anytime soon, but that's for sure a crazy impulsive buy that I have to be in a good ass mood to get. So to answer the question, I say the Stussy Timberlands. Who is my top 5 artists all time and currently, or top 3 if you can't name 5? Conclude this into one answer, because he said all time and then currently. But if you want all time, then you all time currently or in the past. It don't even matter if you here alive, not alive. You feel me? So Cardi, Michael Jackson, number 3. I gotta put Frank Ocean in there. Frank Ocean number 3. Until Japan, number 4. And at number 5, I low-key don't know. I'm gonna be honest, that's low-key, that's not even a random top 5, but I don't know for the 5th spot. There's so many answers I can put in there, but if to really answer the question, I can say currently, I'd say Rocket. But like in an all-time standpoint, it sounds kind of crazy, but at the same time, it doesn't. Cardi, Michael Jackson, Frank Ocean, Until Japan, and Rocket. That's my 5. If someone gave me 100K for a whip right now, what you cashing out on? Good at question. I ain't gonna lie, 100K, I don't even know if you can get this car with just 100K, but I'm going Porsche 911. I know right now I have a Mustang, but like my dream car is a Porsche. I love the models of Porsches. I randomly picked up on them randomly, or in a video of me saying that, yo, one day I'm gonna have this shit, like on some cool shit, just manifesting it. But 100K cash, these might cost more than 100K, so I don't know if this is even possible. Maybe not the 911. 911 I feel like is like the neutral answer when it comes to Porsches, but I know it's so many models. I'm gonna just keep the 911 as like the neutral answer. I'd have to really deep dive and see what I want to get, but Porsche 911 for sure. I love Porsches. My dream car though, Nissan R32 Skyline. It's like some Fast and Furious type shit. It's gonna happen. What is my favorite stream I've ever done? I did a lot of streams, bro, and it's so crazy because you might not even know this, but I used to be scared as hell to spark on stream, bro. Like I'm gonna be so dead ass honest. Sometimes I still am to this day, but back then it used to be bad. Like, I don't know if it's because I was just nervous of having to be live in front of hella people or what it was, but it was like, bro, I was dead ass scared to hit the go live button. If you was watching me back then, I felt bad for you. Now I'm way more like, okay, I'm gonna stream. But favorite stream, my last 24-hour stream, and the stream I did with Seth, bro. That was probably the funniest stream that I ever did. And it's so crazy because I literally did that stream at the start of the year and then didn't stream for another 2 weeks, which was, I started off the year crazy, bro. Those would probably be my top 2 streams, though. If you be in the streams, that's like a historical moment in my chat, bro. That shit was funny as hell, bro. That and my 24-hour stream. The 24-hour stream was very like heartwarming to me, because the reason I did that stream in the first place was because I hit 1,000 followers on Twitch, and I was streaming every day prior to me hitting 1K, so that was probably the most locked in I ever was on Twitch. So this is a great time period for me during that time. For sure want to get back on it. I just gotta find a good balance between everything I got going on right now, but those are my top 2 streams. Any new music dropping and what happened to the song series. So to answer your first question, this is my boy Slime, by the way. I'm trying to drop the tape, bro. During like 2024, like late 2023, but primarily pushing in 2024, we was locked in OD on music, bro. Like he was sending me beats OD every day, bro. He's sending me the beats. I'm sending that song down there same day, bro. We for sure got like we can drop a 20-piece tape. Like real shit. Like a 20-piece tape from all great to decent songs. Cause some of the songs, in my opinion, it's like filler songs. You know, like a 20-piece long ass tape. But I want to drop a tape, bro. I dropped a prod tape at the end of last year. I think literally the last day of the year in 2025. I dropped like SoundCloud songs here and there. Honestly, I really just, I make music for fun, bro. Honestly, it was a point in time where I was taking music serious. I thought I was gonna go up being an artist. That's kind of me leading into the YouTube series thing that he's talking about. That series got me monetized on YouTube, helped me get 3K subs, and furthermore and so on. I think I did about like 13 episodes of that, but at the time I was very intentional. Although that series brought me a lot of attention, I didn't want to be known for music, if you know what I mean. Like that's not what I wanted to be known for. And I felt like if I would have dragged that on to like, even in my opinion, 10 episodes, low-key dragging it, low-key 8, they were doing good, and I'm like, yo, just keep pushing it out. But it was a part of my mind that was like, I don't want to be known for this, bro. Like music is amazing, music is fun to make, music is cool, but I didn't want that to be my main thing, at least on this channel. I probably could do it on a whole different channel or something like that, but particularly on this channel, that's not what I wanted to be known for. But now looking back at it, I don't want to say I regret it, but I for sure could have milked that out a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Thinking about it in that mind space, like I could have for sure maybe hit like 4K, 5K off that if I would have kept going. But you live and learned a lot from it. I just know next time, whenever my peak season come again, I'm gonna be more heavy focused on that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the answer to the serious question. And I got music to drop. I'm not too focused on it. Like I can easily drop, but I want to like when I drop, I want to put some effort to like, yo, I want to promote a little bit or something like that, you know. But I can always drop a little SoundCloud post. But in due time, I'm gonna for sure get back on the music side. When am I gonna start going IRL on stream? I've done a couple IRL streams, but I think I'll always firmly be desktop. Not to say that I won't ever do IRL, because like I said, I've done IRL streams. I just feel like in today's streaming world, IRL is for sure like the standpoint of, yo, if you want to blow up, IRL. I'm just firm desktop, bro. Again, there's nothing wrong with doing IRLs, but I don't think I would really make it my everyday. When it comes to IRLs, I don't even think people are really there for the streamer, but more so just if something happens in person, which makes sense. It's IRL. I'm not bashing it or nothing like that, but I feel like the desktop is really where the core of everything is at. You're reading chat, you're paying attention. Granted, desktop is more community based. You're more focused on the chat in comparison to being IRL, where you gotta be focused on IRL, if that makes sense. I said, can we get a sneak peek of any new upcoming drops for Vnster? If you don't know, Vnster is my brand. Currently have a drop out now and a couple more cool clothes on the site. When it comes to the clothing brand, I'm gonna be real, it's a lot of like scrapbook ideas that I have. It's nothing like that's really final. I'm the type of person focus on one thing at a time until I sell these out. Primarily, I'm not really too worried about selling out the other stuff. I just let that naturally sell over time. But once these hats sell out, that's when I think I'll move on. Granted, I'm not gonna be stagnant on just these hats. Obviously, if it comes to a point in time where they just all don't sell out, then of course, then I'll move on. But I want to focus on these first before I even start thinking about production on another piece, because then it feel like I'm taking a focus off these and I ain't even got these going yet, you feel me? But some plans that I had, I wanted to drop some shirts throughout the summer, but it all just depends on how stuff looks in the future and what's happening in my life from there. Because I'm gonna be real, bro, the brand shit, it takes a lot of time and money. Like you have to be willing to invest, which is not a problem. You need to invest in yourself, but just being smart with it as well. But I can pop up like a rough draft of what I kind of wanted to go for, so I can see that there within the shirts to give y'all a sneak peek of those. I'm just gonna do something with these, kind of like these shirts, ringer tees. I want to make a shirt like that and implement my own thing to it. So that would be the next drop, depending on how things are looking towards the summer. The next question, which I appreciate you asking, Jamala, shout out you, is how's my mental? I'm fine. I just want a lot for myself, bro. Being an ambitious person can be very stressful. I said this in my last video. Sometimes it drives me insane, wanting so many different avenues of things and trying to just balance it all out. Push through even on days where I'm not seeing the results I want to see. Just keeping that faith. To answer your question, my mental is fine. I can't really complain ever. Just being blessed to even be able to do simple things like this, have a couch, have a room, have clothes. It's like, you can only complain so much. I just know there's a lot I want for myself. So I'm fine, but I'm nowhere near content and I can't let up. I'm fine, but some days I do have my days where it's like, yo, I'm going insane. It's out of a love for wanting more for myself. What's my album of the year so far? I'm gonna be real. What albums dropped this year? I low-key don't know. I'm trying to look through my playlist. I deadass don't know, genuinely. I just try to look up albums that dropped this year. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know no albums that dropped this year. I'm gonna be real. Just an answer though, I'm gonna say Protect. His shit is cheap. Him and Lucky are the only albums that I remember that dropped. This year has been, has anybody dropped this year besides Drake? I don't know. Also, I think Skate Star dropped this year too. We can put Skate in there, but I don't have a favorite album of the year. I'm gonna be real. I'm listening to singles. I don't really be too tapped into albums, in my opinion. It might be my attention span. I listen to an album one time, get a few of my favorite songs, and that's it. I don't think it's been a perfect, flawless album for me so far, to be honest. Is there an end goal in your content journey? Yo, Tax, great question. Everyone, great questions, but the ones where it's like goal or like life oriented, I rock with heavy. Really don't have an end goal. I don't think nobody does, to be honest. I know a lot of people might say they do, and I don't want to speak for anyone, but if I was to say I have an end goal now, I would just be speaking out of impulsive decision. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing if I'm 60, 70, 50, 25, even next year, even. And I personally believe evolution goes on until we pass away. 50, 60, or 70, I'ma still be trying to create. Like, I don't think my creativeness or spark just gonna die out. I might not be able to walk or run as fast as I used to, but creating or just having good ideas, I think that will run on forever. I plan on having good businesses going, wealth, good family. I haven't really been in a relationship in a long ass time, and I don't want to say I don't look forward to one. For sure, when I have a family, beautiful wife, somewhere on a loft in the middle of nowhere, big ass land. Just make my sit down videos, encouraging the youth, the next generation to just keep going, bruh. That's my main thing. If I had to say one word of an end goal, just impact. Because if I'm being real, bro, it'd be, again, I don't want to get too deep, but it'd be times where it's like, yo, like, when I make it, bruh, crazy story to tell. So just impact. If you were forced to pick Twitch, YouTube content, or fashion, which would you choose? I think he added Twitch, YouTube into like the same category because you put him in like a slash kind of mark. But I kind of put that all into everything on my Twitch streams. I come on there looking presentable. Sometimes I might have one. I ain't gonna lie, all the time. As of recently, I've been having on a hat. I've showed some of my clothing pieces on stream. I've done clothing segs on YouTube, and it's kind of crazy because I really don't have a niche on this channel, bruh. My first couple of videos was lookbook videos. Like, you can deadass go back like 6-5 years ago. My first couple of videos was lookbook videos. Always had this bone in me of talking about clothes, fashion, but I don't like putting a label on myself, so it's kind of hard to decipher. But if I had to pick one, I'll probably go YouTube, bro. Honestly, I see YouTube being like a long thing for me. Like, I was always YouTube first, so that kind of just embedded in me as time went on. Now, I know you said fashion content, but I'll probably still be doing fashion content on the YouTube. Like I said again, I don't have like a specific niche, in my opinion. I just be coming on here, whatever ideas I think are cool, I try my best abilities to make those. So yeah, but if I had to pick one, I'll go YouTube. Next question. How did you get so good at twerking? Yo, you're banned on all plats, bro. Yo, Dom, 24 hours. Spark up that stream for me, buddy. What made me get into Twitch, which is streaming? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I can say I had a lot of inspirations growing up and seeing them on Twitch, Illuminati, Fly Reacts. But if I'm being honest, I kind of looked at streaming more so as another way to grow my community, stronger core of a community. I never really looked at Twitch as, yo, I want to be a full-time Twitch streamer. It was just more so I looked at it as a way to, again, grow my community, actually talk live with people and connect more instead of just, you know, posting the YouTube videos, looking at the comments, and then replying off that. So YouTube and Twitch has its own like way of expression. Twitch is more so that live base. So I think that's really why I started, to be honest. I never really intended on being like, yo, I want to be the biggest streamer of all time. I for sure had some ambitions of, you know, like, I want to be on the top streaming side, but I'd rather be the best, biggest YouTuber, if anything. But Twitch was just another way for me to connect with my community more. Will that will ever spin? Yo, pretty hard. Yo, them subs are mine, gang. That shit's over, but that shit not getting spent. Shout out to bro though. What about creating keeps me coming back? Beautiful question, pretty. Just how far I've came. It's being able to always go back and look at what I started from and where I'm at now. It's beautiful to see. At a young, early age, I fell in love with the content game, not even knowing where I was gonna be. I don't think none of us know where we're gonna be, so I can't even put that as a final answer. The fact of just creating, knowing that I'm expressing myself, I'm coming up with ideas, recording, editing, beautiful, bro. That keeps me coming back, but also knowing that I can make a great career off of this, I just can't give up. I'm actually passionate about doing this shit. It's not even just on some career shit where I'm trying to just make bread, have mad wealth, part of it, but it's just the fact that I can do this for a living and it's possible. Like, it's so many living proofs of it being possible. So I just never want to give up on myself, leave myself hanging just because I had one bad day or one bad video or whatever the case may be. So just knowing that I can actually be great in this shit is what keeps me coming back. And the last question is, what made me start YouTube? So Illuminati. The origin story is kind of crazy. So I tried out for my 8th grade basketball team. I didn't make the team, which I kind of did, but on the last day of like tryouts, I was walking I remember this shit vividly. I was walking past like they was doing like a meeting in the auditorium for the ending of tryouts for everybody that made the team, and And on the last day of tryouts, I just didn't pop out. I think it was the day after the tryouts. They went into the auditorium, had a meeting, had a meeting for everybody that made it. I was leaving out, walking past the door to go home. It's so crazy how I chose this way to go out, but I was leaving out, walking past that, and they see me walking past. And they was like, yo, Devon, you would have made the team if you would have came, bro. You would have been 6 man. 6 man. I heard that, and I'm good, bro. I'm not being nobody leftovers, bro. That's how I was thinking. I go lie, I was on some ego shit. But after not making a team, it really hit me like, yo, what am I gonna do for the rest of my life? Like, what do I want to do? As you can see, literally my first video is strictly like solo Illuminati influence. Like, it's great. Like, you can tell off rip who I'm trying to be. For sure, I'd say not making my basketball team, and that's really why I started, to be honest. If I would have made that team, I don't know where I would have been at currently. That indeed was the last question of the Q&A. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was very, 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 very fun to make. Very fun to just sit down and talk to y'all. I haven't made a video like this in a minute, so I was happy to kind of keep it neutral today, but also give y'all some informal facts about me and what's currently going on in my life. I love you all dearly to death. If you sent in a question, didn't send in a question, like the video, commented. Without y'all, this video wouldn't be possible. Vet for life. Just keep going, bro. Keep your head up and know that it can get better. If I missed any questions or you want to ask me any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll reply with an in-depth answer. Peace.